What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the my recap for the week. This is the post-pivot edition of the race recap. Happy to say that I completed my 13.1 miles, earned my medal, earned my shirt, had a fantastic time. I look forward to telling y'all all about the week and all the different runs that I did. Stay tuned. All right, so this week, right off the bat, let me tell y'all, I hit 60 miles. This is the first time I've hit 60 miles in a week in a really long time. I don't know exactly how long it's been, other than to say it's been a really, really long time. And I could tell my body felt it. I had a nice little decent build up going into Saturday. So on Saturday, I ran the race. For y'all that don't know, I am one of the co-founders of the race, which is a half marathon, 5K, and this year included a bike ride that comes directly from the African American community and is focused on giving back directly to the African American community. The race takes place right here in Southwest Atlanta, the same side of town that I live on. So I'm very proud of this race. This is our third year. We've grown tremendously, and that's a lot to say given the fact that this third year occurred in during the COVID-19 pandemic. And yet we still had well over 1,000 registrants and just had an amazing time. So this year we pivoted to a virtual edition of the race. I went and ran my half marathon out at Silver Comet, and it was packed, jam packed. The parking lot was full. The backup parking lot was almost full, and there were a ton of people out there. I went out to run with Marquel and Habib. Ended up bumping into a lot of friendly faces along the way. I saw Ed, bumped into Lamar. I saw Lisa out there. I saw Margot out there. I saw David out there. I just saw so many people. I can't even keep up with everyone. But the trail was just jam-packed. And this was the first time that I did run with my mask on. It was too many people on the trail for me to feel comfortable running without a mask. So actually all of us, me, Marquel, and Habib, all ran the full half marathon with some form of a mask on our face. Didn't really prohibit us that much because we were running it nice and easy. We finished it in exactly 2 hours on the dot. So it was a 2-hour half marathon that we did on Saturday. All right, just got here to the parking lot for Saturday morning's long run for the race, virtual pivot half marathon. Super excited about it, meeting with the homies Habib and Marquel. Marquel stuck in a little bit of traffic. I got caught in the same traffic. There was some kind of police incident not far from the Silver Comet Trail. For those local, right there at the intersection of South Cobb and East-West Connector. Whatever's going on, I hope everything is okay there, but I definitely had to navigate around that. And then I get to Silver Comet and the trail is packed. The whole parking lot is packed up. So there's an elementary school right next to it. Just pulled in and parked at that elementary school. So that already lets me know that there's a lot of people out here on the trail, probably because we've got some amazingly cool weather. This is like the first big feeling of fall type weekend that I think we've had. Lots of cyclists out here. I've already seen a bunch of people with the race gear on, so I'm sure there's a lot of people out here for that. I saw Ed as I was pulling across the East-West Connector. Tried to shout out at him. He didn't hear me, so.
I got a large bag of clips, hard hats.
CMO! All right, came out here to the trail just from parking. It is super duper packed out here. Y'all can see this is the backup parking lot behind me, and it is completely full. So lots of runners, lots of cyclists out here. I'm walking down to the main trail now. Marquel is already here. I think Habib is en route. Looking forward to a good run. I got this jacket on now. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I'm gonna keep it on. I think I'm gonna keep it on because we're not gonna really be running that fast. At least we better not be running that fast. and it is a bit cool out here, so we'll see. Let's see, what does it say? All right, yeah, it looks like. All right, we're supposed to meet at 9 o'clock.
Hey, yo, I'm coming from Covington. Like
9 o'clock.
not Covington Highway, Covington, Georgia.
Oh, you guys come here every Saturday? You guys come here every Saturday?
I don't think so. We got to work it out. We just been, this is only our second week back. Got, y'all mind being on video?
I don't mind.
Okay. Got Ed, Lamar, what's your name again? Dwight. And Dwight out here.
Deadly Venoms.
Yeah, man. I was hollering at Ed. I was hollering at Ed on the road. He was ignoring me, but that's because he got the earbuds in. every single other person that's out on the road turned, like, seriously, because I'm like, say hello. Everyone's like, except for Ed. Ah, dope.
So I've been sending them out and giving them away. I give a bunch of charity. So just text me your sizes.
All right, crack. Dang, man.
That sucks.
Let me see.
Dang, it's a curse. It is a curse. Every time they come out with a new watch, that happens.
Oh, that's the 6?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not ready to change yet.
Yeah.
Now I gotta use this one.
Oh, you got 3 watches?
Marquel getting in these mid-run workouts. You know that comes from Chip.
This Kipchoge one pretty nice. I know, like Meb used to use it. Elliptigo.
Oh yeah. It's a wrap for this. That's a wrap for this week. Just finished up the virtual race half marathon out here at Silver Comet. Just waiting on Marquel to come back. Marquel went to go do some shots. So the next day, Sunday, I wake up and I do my normal kind of Sunday flow, which is playing soccer with the family. And then right after soccer, I went and ran with Marquel. I'll be honest, that was probably too much. That was I was probably pushing it a little bit there. I knew it when we were playing soccer, like, man, I'm feeling a little bit tired, Like I was telling Marquel, the older my boys get, the better they get at soccer. So it just takes a little bit more effort to play with them. I got to try a little bit harder. So coming off the heels of the half marathon, then the soccer match, went out for a run with Marquel. I think we had planned to do 10, and we ended up doing a little bit over 6. Because probably about 3 miles into it, I was done. I stopped to use the restroom, and then when it was time for me to get going again, I was like, man, I just, I wasn't sore or anything like that. Just my energy level. I felt like my battery was on 5. On 5%. I was like, man, I can't. I just don't really feel up to it. So we ended up cutting the ride a little bit short. Funny enough, on the back end of the run, so for the last couple of miles, I felt great. I remember finishing up the 6, thinking like, man, I probably did have a couple more miles in me, but I'm glad we cut it short. The worst thing you want to do is go out, too far on like an out and back route, and then realize like, man, I shouldn't have gone this far, and you got to make it all the way back home. So definitely made the smart decision when it comes to that. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. 6.23. I guess I should stop my watch. Bruh. I felt good towards the end though. The London Marathon happened. Oh my goodness, Kipchoge lost. Man, I don't even know how that happened. Like, shout out to Tommy. Tommy hosted a Zoom chat. So we, at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we get up in the morning, we're sitting in a Zoom chat. There was a few of us in there, and we were in there from 2 o'clock to what, 8 o'clock or whatever, watching the full women's race, the full men's race. Both of them were amazing, amazing races. Sarah Hall, oh my goodness, that kick at the end was just insane. It was insane. The women's race was crazy. I did find it funny and ironic that she does have on some form of, you know, the moon shoes, the high stack height. I would imagine some kind of carbon plate embedded in there. Super secret hybrid one-off experimental shoes. I did find that ironic given the flack that both she and her husband Ryan Hall gave to Kipchoge about the Vaporflies and Alpha Flies and where shoe technology is going, but yet here she is wearing the same type of shoe, and not only that, but wearing a shoe that no one else has access to. Whatever that was, that is certainly not on a shelf anywhere in the world. But shoe talk aside, shout out to her for just an amazing finish. At age 37, I'm 37, so I take that personally. It just lets me know that even at the age of 37, you can still deliver lifetime best performances. So that's a reminder for me as well. The men's race was a shock. I mean, it was a shock after shock. One, you know, we've got Kenenisa backing out. And then Kipchoge losing in such dramatic fashion. I remember thinking somewhere around the 20-mile mark that, man, this isn't right. When the announcers were talking about, yeah, everyone's just kind of taking it easy. The pace was slow. And they were sort of alluding to maybe Kipchoge was going to kick at the end. But that's just not his style of racing. He's not really a sit and kick kind of runner. You know, he normally runs at the front of the pack and he drives. He drives the whole race. So seeing him when he was tucked in, like 5-6 people back, I just felt like something was wrong. And then when they started to, I would call it make a move, but it's not even really making a move. When they brought the pace down to, you know, a respectable pace, you just see him kind of going out the back end. And that was a shock to see. I didn't think I would ever live to see something like that. But that's just a reminder that no matter how great we are, we all have off days. And I've got a lot of confidence in him. I believe that he'll be back. He's a humble person. He's a calm in spirit. I think he's the type of person that's going to learn from this. And we're going to see him back, and we're going to see him back at the top. And I hope that's the case, because he is definitely, if not my favorite, he's certainly one of my favorite athletes at the moment, and really one of my favorite athletes of all time. He was just such an inspirational figure, both in the profession and outside of the profession, just someone who I greatly admire and look up to. So I like how confident he is and how hardworking he is and how he's able to win and be so humble in his victory, but then to watch him now lose and to see him be so respectable and so humble even in loss just shows the full rounded nature of his character, and I thought that was really impressive. So that's that. I have nothing else more for the week other than to say that this week I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing, but I will go over 60 miles. Once I've been holding this mileage for a while, I'm going to start incorporating some workouts, which I haven't been doing, but I will start to factor them in, but I just want my body to get adjusted to the higher mileage before I start infusing workouts into my routine. So for those that made it this far into the video, thank you. Thank you for my subscribers. I picked up 2 or 3 more subscribers last week, so that was pretty cool. Please continue to do that. Share the video with anyone who you think might benefit from it, and I'll catch y'all next week. Peace.